The year is 1820. The air is crisp, filled not with the drone of traffic but with the scent of damp earth and the distant crowing of a rooster. This isn't a story from a fantasy book. This was the reality for our ancestors, a time when the world moved at the pace of nature itself. Visuals: a close-up of a gnarled hand gripping a worn wooden tool, shots of a dusty, unpaved road with cart tracks. In this era, there were no cars to conquer distances, no smartphones to capture fleeting moments, and no machines to lighten the burden of labor. The day was a canvas painted by the sun, beginning with its rise and ending with its descent. In small villages nestled amongst rolling hills and endless fields, life was a symphony of simple sounds. The rhythmic creak of wooden cartwheels, the lowing of cattle, the chatter of neighbors greeting each other on their way to the fields. Visuals: reenactors as farmers, walking towards a field with hand tools like scythes and hoes. A woman in period clothing drawing water from a stone well. The tools of the trade weren't mass-produced in factories. They were treasures, forged by hand, sharpened and maintained with care, and passed down through generations. A man's connection to his work was tangible, felt in the worn handle of his father's plow. A woman's strength was measured in the graceful balance of a water jug carried from a well a half-mile away. Every drop a precious resource earned through effort. Food wasn't an item on a shelf. It was the culmination of months of toil, from planting the seed to gathering the harvest. Every meal was a testament to patience and perseverance. Visuals: children in simple clothes playing with carved wooden tops and skipping stones by a creek. They are laughing and running freely. And what of the children? Their world was a boundless playground. The concept of boredom was an alien one. Toys weren't plastic or electronic. They were whittled from branches, found in smooth river stones, or born from the limitless power of imagination. Their laughter echoed under the same vast sky that had watched over their grandparents and their grandparents before them, a timeless chorus of joy. They learned not from screens, but from the rustling leaves, the flow of the river, and the stories of their elders. Visuals: an interior shot of a rustic cottage at night, lit only by a single flickering candle. An elderly person's face, illuminated by the flame telling a story to a rapt family. When night fell, it brought a profound and complete darkness, a stark contrast to our modern, light-polluted world. In this deep, velvety blackness, a single candle was a beacon. It didn't just provide light, it created a sacred space for connection. Families would gather around its warm glow and the home would fill with stories. These weren't just tales. They were the oral histories of their people, legends of ancient kings, cautionary whispers of forest spirits, epic poems of love and loss, all passed down from memory. Visuals: time-lapse sequence showing the transition of seasons over a single landscape: spring planting, summer growth, autumn harvest, winter snow. Time wasn't measured in minutes and hours ticked away by a clock. It was measured in the grand, cyclical rhythm of the seasons. There was the time for planting, a season of hope and hard work. The time for growth, a season of patient waiting. The time for harvest, a season of gratitude and celebration. And the time for winter, a season of rest, reflection, and repair. Life was a dance with the earth, each step dictated by the sun and the rain. Visuals: close-ups of reenactors' faces, showing lines etched by sun and life experiences, but with clear eyes and genuine smiles. Life was undeniably hard. It was a constant struggle against the elements, against illness, against the unpredictability of nature. But in that struggle, there was an incredible depth, a raw authenticity. People knew the profound taste of patience, the deep well of gratitude for a good harvest or a healthy child. The lines on their faces weren't born of modern stress, but etched by the sun, by a lifetime of laughter, by the sheer act of living a full, unfiltered life. Visuals: sweeping drone shot of the landscape again, as the sun begins to set. The light is warm and golden. In a world without engines or electricity, everything still worked. The village was a finely tuned ecosystem, each person playing a vital role. The farmer, the blacksmith, the weaver, the healer, all interconnected, relying on one another in a web of community that we can only imagine today. The 1820s were more than just a historical period. They were the deep roots of our shared human story. It was a time that taught us how to survive, how to build, how to love, and how to dream with nothing more than our own two hands and the strength of our communities. Visuals fade to black with text on screen, echoes of time. And even though centuries have passed, the echoes of that time still whisper to us in the quiet moments. They remind us of our own resilience, of the importance of community, and of what it truly means to be alive. Thank you for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this glimpse into the past as fascinating as we do, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel, Echoes of Time. Your support helps us bring more of these stories to light. Join us next episode as we uncover the incredible life of a medieval craftsman who built wonders that still stand today. With no electricity, no blueprints, only skill, faith, and fire. We'll see you then.